So you want to learn how to speedrun Defy gravity? Well, you've got a few things you gotta learn first. This is a little tutorial that's going to show off each individual level, showing the basic strats for them. Some of them I will have to be doing fast, and I will try to explain them as I go along. If I get a chance, I may go back and slow them down, but for the most part, just try to keep up. We're going to be explaining each technique and what happens in each stage and how each stage goes. So, we're going to start off with the basics. So, of course, you can move around. You can play this either keyboard and mouse or a gamepad. I prefer gamepad, just because I'm used to playing with a controller with stuff, with platformers and everything. So, if you're playing with a keyboard and mouse, you can actually use WASD to walk around, the mouse to aim, left and right click to shoot your wells, Q and E to get rid of them, space to jump, shift to activate your shield. With the controller, you use the two analog sticks, left one to move, right one to aim, A is to jump, hold X to activate the shield, tap B to activate the shield. You shoot with the two triggers, and you get rid of the wells with the two bumpers. Or if you're playing with the PlayStation 3 controller, L2 and R2 shoot wells, and L1 and R1 retrieve them. So, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about some movement tech. So, when it comes to movement tech, in this game, your main character, Kara, walks at a very slow pace. But what we found out is that one of the fastest ways to move is actually to jump. But then, you also have anti-gravity wells. So if you just shoot one down, and you jump, you actually get sent really high up. And since when you're in midair, you're faster than when you're on ground, this actually makes you move a ton faster. So, 1, 2, nope, don't want that. Yeah, dang it. We'll get back to that. At least now you can see this. So, jumping, pretty fast, but if you shoot your anti-gravity well, which would be left trigger or left mouse, and you jump at the same time, you actually move a lot faster. So what you do is you'd be holding the direction you're running, and then you would press your left trigger or L2 button slightly before you jump. Or you can press them both at the same time. You can also do this when you're in midair. So suppose I have one down, I jump up right when I'm falling. I can do that and that. You can do it a total of 3 times. The way it works in midair is that you want to put it down right when you start falling, and then right when you see it appear or start to appear, you hit your booster. So it'd be both at the same time. Left trigger A, left trigger A. Or if you're playing with a keyboard, both at the same time, left click space, left click space. You can also do this while moving. Now launch you a lot farther. This is actually the fastest method of moving so far that we have found in the game. There may be more ways that come up eventually, but for right now, that's the fastest. There are a few glitches that I will explain as we get to them, but for right now, let's go ahead and head to the first level. By the way, anti-gravity wells can only be, or the orange ones can only be used in easy mode. So, what we'll do here. So your first thing you want to do when you start the tutorial stage, or the first stage, you run forward, jump, 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 jetpack. Now, there's a specific way you want to do this. You actually want short hops. 3, jump. Now, all through this, you want your gun aiming about here, because when you reach here, you're going to get your gravity wells. So you want to shoot one up. So what you'll do, you'll go right here. I'm sorry, I'm bad at explaining. While you're jumping, you'll shoot it, and then you'll hover up to here. Then you'll want to aim your cursor straight, when you're jumping, shoot your well over there, land, and hover across. You want to make sure you get rid of your wells after you're done using them by hitting either your right bumper or R1 button. Gravity wells, by the way, are the blue ones, and they are R2 or right trigger on the controller. Then, once you're done here, you'll actually be jumping a little bit, and you'll get your anti-wells. What you can do here, then, is jump, jump, and you want to try and land over this thing. If you land on top of it, it's fine, you just jump down, and when you reach here, 1, 2. Then what you want to do is you'll want to turn on your shield. Don't do tap, do actual toggle. And then you jump, jump, and turn it off when you're in midair so that you get an extra boost and you beat the level. So, a fairly simple level, but once you get higher up times, it's a lot harder to get IL records in there. So, go ahead and move on to the next level. Next level, immediately you want to boost, land up here, jump down, and like that. Now if you notice, there's also cycles on these. So then what you want to do is you'll want to jump, shoot, toggle shield, hover, and then use that as a boost. I messed it up pretty bad, so I'm going to try this again. So what you want to do is essentially that, and then bounce on enemies. So let's see if I can do this. When you reach right here, I'm going to get these out of the way real quick. When you reach right here, you'll want to boost, 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 and then quickly let go of it so that you don't go too high and go over the door. There are multiple ways of doing this section. You can actually do it without it's fine. You can actually do it without landing on that one part and just skipping to the last red platform and then launching off. But it's a lot harder. Or it's a lot harder to... It's not really harder, but I think it's less time. It wastes more time than it would save. So this level, boost, 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 let go. You do this for both of these. And then you'll want to boost up to here. Now this part, what you want to do, boost once, boost 2, boost 3, launch a gravity well, and then launch another so you can get over to there. That'll beat these out, and it's a lot faster. Let me go ahead and kill myself so that I can show you this again. Yeah, it messes up the cycles, I forgot. But it's essentially the same idea. This level, what you want to do, you want to shoot that to bring the platform. Then you don't actually want to do this. You don't want to spam it. You want to hold it down to make sure your wells go farther. I forgot to mention, if you hold down the button, or the trigger, you actually shoot your wells farther. So you want to jump down here and abandon the platform, then ride these up. You want to hover in between each bounce, so that way you gain more height, and then you hover over to here. It's a lot to take in, so if you need to go back and rewind, do it now. Otherwise, I'm going to move on. So next, you'll want to, while you're jumping off of those, you'll actually want to shoot a well, or an anti-well, right there. That way those get thrown off. During this, you'll want to be jumping, so that way you can gain more distance quickly. Then you want to shoot one right there, jump across these, shoot another one if need be, and then go to the goal. So, alright, this one. Turn on your shield immediately, jump twice, and then let go right when you're underneath. That'll give you an extra boost to the ground. You'll want to be jumping through here, but don't jump right here because you will hit the laser. So, jump twice, down, 1, 2, 3, boost, hover. When you land right here, immediately do a triple boost. Not like that. Now you want to do it immediately instead of waiting, because waiting actually wastes more time. If you go ahead and get off the ground immediately, then you will actually reach the goal faster. I don't understand why it works, but it does. So, I'm going to go ahead and move on. It's probably the shortest level in the game. This one has no cycles, thankfully. So what we'll do is 1, 2. That one's simple. Now right here, you want to line it up with that one. Turn on your shield. 1, 2, and have it launch you over to here. Now, there's a common misconception with this level. You can actually get up to here, and some people may be wondering, well, wait, why can't you just go through the door? You actually need to hit the button to unlock the door, so you can't actually go right up to here. So what you'll be doing is you'll be jumping, and when you reach right here, go to the corner and boost. You'll barely make it. And I messed up. Should look like this. And then you'll boost up to this platform. Now you can either ride it up, or you can be like me and just try to do it quickly. Either way, just make sure you get your way up to here and enter the door. Next level, immediately go to this platform. There is a 1 pixel jump where you can actually make that without boosting, but it's really hard. Then you'll just want to keep 1, 2, and then this one it's 1, 2, 3. So it's 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And I messed up. Okay, whatever. You're supposed to boost off of that other one, but it's fine. So then we'll jump off here. This is a part... Okay, then, apparently it's working now. Alright, I'm back. So, what you want to do, I'll show up the level at full speed. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then you'll make it to here. So what you want to do, you can't actually shoot one until you actually launch off of the guy that would be over there. Then you want to launch. I'm off a little bit because of the cycles, but you essentially just make your way over here. You launch one, you launch another, you bounce off, and you make it to here. Okay, this one. Launch, and then wait until the corner to launch. That way you can only use 2. You can either launch here or double jump, doesn't matter. Just avoid the saws, or avoid the blades. This is where cycles come in really handy, because sometimes enemies will have good and bad cycles. Those were the bad ones, to be honest. There's another set of cycles that's a lot easier to avoid. So what you'll just want to do is just launch whenever you want, launch whenever you can, avoid the saws and jump across. This level I need to do fast. Okay, so I missed the cycle. So there's a cycle where let me pause. There's a cycle where you make it before you reach the ball that's to the left. You actually make it before it comes back. Let me try and show that off really quick. Go ahead and head back to continue. So you want to launch up immediately. Follow this one, and that's the 1 cycle. Then you launch across here, launch up, and then right here. This part is terrible. So I'm going to explain something about these spikes. They do whatever they want. There is a way to somewhat manipulate them, but for the most part, it's all RNG about where they go. This is probably the part that has killed the most runs. This level in general. When it comes to these spikes, sometimes they will just bounce off the floor and come right back the same direction they were coming from. So you have to be careful. So what you'll do first, you'll launch that, turn on your shield, use it to get a boost. You want to use that to get extra boosts. As you can see, I got bad luck. You want to be jumping, actually, to be able to maximize your time. See, look at that. That one, those two actually just went back the direction they came. So you're pretty much in no luck with this level. So just try to do the best you can. I don't have much to say about this part. When you reach right here, it's actually a lot easier to 1, 2, and if you need to, 3 up to here. And then just jump across, because trust me, it's not fun avoiding those spikes. Then you go down here and you finish the level. So that one's probably my least favorite. Jump and shoot your well down so that way you can reach here, and then run across, shoot your well. Because what you want to do, there's specific cycles in this level that you want to make. That one being the main one. So then what you want to do, you want to bring it up to here. This is another one you want to try and make. I haven't been able to make it myself. Double jump up to here. Bring your thing over to here. Now, here's the main part of this one. You want to shoot your anti-well right there. What this will do is that this will divert the golden enemies that follow your wells to the sides. That way they can't follow your blue one. By the way, there's two different kinds of enemies. I'm saying this way too late. The normal silver enemies, or gold, quote-unquote, do not follow your gravity wells and anti-wells, while the bronze or gold ones, whatever you want to call them, actually do. So, next you just guide this one across here. Really simple. Now this part, there's two ways to do this. You can either stay on the platform and attempt to dodge the spikes, or you can jump across the bottom. I'm going to attempt to jump across the bottom because, to be honest, trying to avoid the spikes is really dumb. It's really difficult. So then you reach here. What you want to do here is you want to jump down and try to guide those spike balls out of the way. Then you guide your platform around, launch it up, and you're at the end of the level. The way you can guide those spike balls out is if you shoot it at the top, they'll follow the well, and then you like shoot it closer to the platform than the spike balls, and they'll just go right away. So that level's not too bad. This one has no cycles, thank goodness. So I can do this one very slowly. So what you want to do, you want to jump down, hover boost, and try to make it across. The best one is here. Let me see if I can get back up there. The best one is actually if you jump down and you make it in one go. If need be, you can use two, but my personal favorite is one. So what you can do now is you can boost once, land, boost, boost. When it comes to these platforms, as you can see, they don't actually go right to the floor, they go through it. So what you want to do is, you want to use the same concept as the air one, where you have to delay it. So you want to do that, sort of. But if you get the chance, you may want to shoot it down and then hover across. Or land and then jump. So, this one here, you use 1, 2, 3, you should make it onto this one, and then go to the next pillar. This next one, 1, 2, 3, and if need be, send out your blues to make it through here. You can use the other platforms as bases if you want to use easier strats, but that's the one I personally like. You can actually make it without using any of your blues, without any of your gravity wells. I gotta start calling them other real names. Without using any of your gravity wells, but it's very difficult, and it's like the pixel perfect jump back a few levels. Then what you can do here, you can either do that, or you can just jump twice, doesn't matter. Then what you'll do that. Here, let me go back and explain that a little bit better. So what you'll do here is, you'll go to the corner, boost, hover, boost, and then hover boost, and you'll land either on the platform or on here, and then you finish the level. So that one, you don't have stress for cycles. This one, 2 hovers, you go into this, and then turn on your shield and hover across. Next, you want to boost onto here, and pray that you get a good cycle where you can scoot through those, because if you touch one of them, bounce off one of them, you're dead. So you want to do that. Next, you want to, when you get onto here, you actually want to launch a little bit, and then launch, launch. This part, you want to try and make it so that you outrun in the sky. This one's not too hard, but you usually want to make it when he's going back that way, so that way you can easily make it over to here. By the way, you do not actually have to shoot the stuff into these circles. Next, boost up to here, and then boost twice you reach here. You jump, boost, and don't die. This one's pretty tricky. You can't do it too early or else you'll lose your boost. Sometimes you may need to put one up there, put a gravity well up there to be able to secure yourself, but for the most part you can mostly make it with just 2 anti-wells. So then you just go in there and finish the level. That was close. Okay, this one I don't believe has any cycles until you get to the specific areas. So what you'll do here, you'll jump, boost, boost, like that. And then this, you just find your own way across, because I do not like this part at all. You can do that, I guess. I do it differently every time, so I just don't like it. So what you'll do here, turn on your shield, shoot a well right there. That'll divert them that way so you can make it down here. Then you want to launch this thing up. Once it's down there, just shoot your way up. So sometimes it goes in there, sometimes it doesn't, but you want to just shoot your way up and make it to the end. Next level, this level stinks. So you can actually amass a ton of platforms in this level, but it's really not recommended that you get a ton of platforms because that usually happens. They go wild. So you just want to guide your platforms across. Try to stay on just one. Your platforms will mostly be moving up, so you have to try and aim down. This one's pretty self-explanatory, except that I stink at it. You don't actually need more, but if you make it to here without dying, you'll have a good amount of platforms for this section, because these ones disappear, so you want to make it across as quickly as possible while amassing as many platforms as you can. And then you get to the end. So that section is actually a lot harder if you have the platforms with you, but it's still a lot faster if you have the yellows. So pretty self-explanatory level, but still very difficult. This one, immediately boost twice onto this platform, and then boost, boost, boost up to here. Double boost right here. Like that. You need to go back and check at any time during this level. Go ahead, feel free to go back. I'm trying to make cycles. Like that. Double boost, and then one. You can bounce on these guys if you want. It's actually slower too, unless you're running out, like I just did. And then boost to the end. So basically, you're using your anti-wells to cut corners, essentially, and make it to the top as quickly as possible. With the spike section, if you go there fast enough, you can actually make it before that spike, before the one spike reaches the top platform, so you can easily just go up. Using this method, you'll be very far ahead of the laser at the moment, so you'll be good there. So let's move on to the next level. Only 12 Master Gravity Mancers have ever descended this deep into the Gauntlet. Beyond this point, things get much more difficult. Prepare yourself for the challenge ahead. So this is where the essentially the difficult levels begin. You can actually just mash A to skip that. What you want to do here, jump forward and hover backwards, and you'll be able to gain much more distance at a quicker pace. Make it to right there. And then you want to boost onto there and immediately jump so that you can make it in between these. So if you jump on one of these, you're dead. Okay, this one. This section's pretty fun. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to guide them across using like your anti-wells and stuff. What I do is I just shoot one about right there, and a fail. Let's try a little bit farther. Went too far. Perfect. God dang it. I'm sorry, I'm playing terribly tonight. I'm recording this a little later at night, so I'm not playing as well as I usually do. There we go. And you want to bounce across these, and then keep going with these. Do not bother with that set, because if you did it just right, you should have just enough to be able to make it to the end. So, I want to angle it that way. This one, there's cycles to make. I messed it up. Okay, so essentially, I'm going to explain it first and then go for it. You have to do this all in one life, by the way, or else the cycles get screwed up. So, hold on. Okay, so your first part, you want to, triple boost, and then send out a gravity well to bring you to the next section, which you can see on the right. So I'm going to show that real quick. 1, 2, wow, I messed it up again. Oh, I'm just playing terrible, okay. Like that. I'm going to pause right here. The next thing you'll want to do, you'll want to boost once, then, can't remember, I think it's boost forward. Let me see real quick. Boost, boost up, and then boost over that. And then you just keep boosting and bouncing on these so that you stay behind the 3 in front of you. So then you boost onto this one. When you land, you want to boost once, hover, then set an anti-well, which is your orange, down onto the ground, and maybe move forward with another one, because you will have ninja star throwers that you will need to dodge, and then you just keep moving forward. It'll be like this. Sometimes, if you're lucky, you get good cycles like I did. You need to bounce on that guy if you want to make it across. Like that. This last section doesn't start cycles until you make it to it. So right here you can boost over here if you want. That really does. Then you boost, bounce on that guy, boost. Usually you can bounce on the next guy, but I messed it up. Boost, boost. And then you're at the end. So if you need to go back and watch that level, I know I would need to. Go ahead and go back now, otherwise I'm moving forward. Alright. This is what I like to call waiting. What you want to do, you first go on the platform, you wait for it to go. You boost once, you boost twice, and then you immediately shoot one up there. What that'll do, that'll divert the 6 gold or bronze enemies, whatever you want to call them. The 6 enemies that are attracted to the wells, that'll send them away so that they do not bother you for the rest of the level. So what you want to do, you want to land on the... I hate it when it pauses. Pause does not work well at this stage. So what you want to do, so 1, 2, 3. That'll send them up and away. Then what you want to do, boost once right here, boost again, and immediately throw a gravity well up here so that you can land on the platform. You want to try and jump over this as early as possible. Boost, boost, 1, 2. That way you land right there. Now, next thing you want to do, when you land right here, you want to carefully avoid these spikes, wait for this one to come back, jump over this, and then take a death abuse, because this will bring the platform right to here, because otherwise you would have to wait an extra like 15 seconds. Next, I just do this just to make it seem like it's going faster. You just want to make your way around these lasers. Do not boost on your second anti-wells, because that will launch you into the lasers. You just boost once, and then just set one down. Boost, and then this one here you can boost. You land on the platform, and go into the goal. Okay, back and forth. You immediately jump on here and launch one here, and then you launch another one forward. I got a bad cycle, but that's fine. Then you want to make your way over to here. When you land on this one, you shoot down, you shoot across. Then this part, you shoot across and hope that nothing gets caught in it. Then you head over to the button. Now, when it comes to this button, you'll see a laser coming towards you. On your first life when you get here, when you hit the button, like the life that you hit the button, the laser on the back doesn't actually exist. However, we will need to use a death abuse to be able to reset the cycles. So, what you will do is you'll hit the button, then you'll fall down onto this laser and die. This next part's very crucial. This is where cycles come into play very much. So I'm going to try and explain it and then do it. So what we'll start off with is we'll run to the right, we'll jump onto the yellow platform that's right in front of us. Then we'll immediately jump, and depending on how this ninja stars are, if they were shot early, then we can just boost right over. If they're shot late, you will have to dive underneath them, which means jumping early will enable you to go under, and then you boost right up right after they go pass over you. Then the next section, after you land onto that yellow platform, you'll need to jump at the edge of the platform, go underneath the wall of spikes, and then boost up onto the next, and then just hover and use your gravity wells to make your way across. So I'm going to try and do that. He shot early, so that means I can just do this. Jump. Shoot. There you go. I'm actually going to kill myself just to see if I can show you the late cycle. There's the late cycle. So what you'll do, I messed it up. He gave me the early. I'm going to keep trying to get the late. He gave me early. He gave me late. So what you'll do, you'll dive underneath like that. And the rest of the stage is the same. Except this guy will have different cycles, so you'll have to accommodate for that too. Like that. So that's how you do both of those. If you need to go back and watch again, please do. Okay, leap of faith. Launch 1, launch 2, launch 3, throw one down here, let go. Then just keep tapping your boost button, throw another one down to get farther, like that. You can adjust it to however you want to, just make sure you make it over to this platform or else it's a 20-second loss. That was pretty self-explanatory. This one, use the same concept of jumping forward and hovering backwards to gain more distance. This part right here. So what you'll need to do, you'll need to aim the enemies that shoot out of the spawner upwards, and then you'll need to angle them to the right. So what you'll need to do first is you'll need to place an orange right there. You also need to dodge these spike balls. So then you'll go across here, and then you'll shoot a blue in the general area that you want them to curve. And then right when you get over here, immediately let go of it. Immediately get rid of those two wells. This section, I think I did that early. Yes, I did. I did that early. So keep hovering forward. Shoot one down here, and don't die. I am doing terrible. By the way, this is all live action, so... So you're going to have these right here. Then you want to sort of curve them over to that way. If you do it just right, you'll be able to have just enough distance. I did not do it right. You have to have them lower. They cannot be angled upwards, so you'll have to accommodate accordingly. That right there is the perfect position because they'll be going at a very slight down slope, but not enough to be causing you trouble, because then you can make it over to here and beat the level. You just gotta work on it. This level, Gauntlet, there's actually two strats to this one. First strat is slower but safer. I'll explain it in a second. Okay, I got to the checkpoint. So, what you'll do first is you boost right off the platform, boost again, and then put a gravity well on the blue pillars. Those blue pillars signify divides in the space, so enemies cannot go outside of those. You'll want to make sure you're inside of that, and then when the wall reaches the right side, right when it touches it, you have to land on the red platform, jump over the wall, land on it, and then boost through the next section. If you get lucky, well, not really if you get lucky. If you time it right, you'll be able to make it over to this red platform to the left to be able to make it before the giant wall comes up. So you'll just have to keep boosting, and if you need be, you can place down a gravity well to be able to make it onto that red platform. And then once you land here, you'll have the checkpoint. Next thing you do, you immediately jump up, boost once, boost again, land on this platform, throw one down. You want to try and make a gap. Then use your blues to make it back onto here. If you get caught, hold on, I need to do this real quick. You throw one down there. This is actually a great place to show this. This is a great place to show this. So suppose you I messed that up. Okay, I'm gonna show this off again then really quick. You just want to make yourself a gap. Yeah, I get to show you how difficult this actually is. If you don't make it in time, you can just put it there and then stay on this side of the blue. Man, I'm really having trouble right now. Suppose I'm right here. If you actually get caught in a blue wells field and you actually want to make your way up, you can actually just keep mashing your boost button. If you're close enough, you'll slowly make your way up. So, yeah. I believe this is the last level. Yes, it is. This level sucks. Why? Because I found a way to add RNG into it, but it's also faster. So, what you'll first want to do, you want to aim this just right. About there is decent, but you want it more to the left. So let me see if I can get a good one. It's very hard to do with controller. That's a little too far down. You don't want it on the spawner. Just a little bit higher. Right there. Then what you want to do, you want to set your anti-well right there, jump, and then run. Jump and run. Launch yourself up, up. Then immediately get rid of your portal, your gravity well. If you're lucky, you should be able to bounce your way up. If not, then you'll probably have to die like that. So this is why this level sucks, because the way I do it, even though it's like slightly faster, it's a lot tougher to do. I'll show the I'll try to show off this way, and then I'll die and show the normal way. The reason this works is because the enemies are attracted to the gravity wells, or are affected by the wells, by gravity wells and anti-wells. So you can actually cluster them all there and have them do that, and then you'll just run across and float across and stuff and hit the other two buttons. Let me see if I can do it. I'll try it one more time and then I'll show you the other way. I think that'll work. It's going to differ depending on where you put your wells. So, you put your gravity well. So you have that right there. And you'll make your way across. If need be, you can use your anti-wells to make it across. Press that button. And then press that button, that will open, and then you run across. The other way to do this is to immediately put one right there, and then go the cycles way. This is also very dangerous because you can hit any of these at any time. I believe my strat is only faster, though, if you get the shot first try, so if you want to use this one. But this is also the most dangerous part, because then you can hit the button and not get the checkpoint. So what you want to do, you jump in between, and in order to get the checkpoint, you have to make sure your blue shield's on. Now, you have to kill your character, because if you do not, those enemies will get in the way of this next section. Immediately put a blue right there. That'll bring the portal to right there. Jump until the ninja stars start flying. Jump onto the portal, hit the button, and then immediately control the portal. Control the platform like this. If you are not good at controlling this platform, you will have a lot of trouble with this stage. So if you want to get to the stage and grind out this section, this will help you with controlling the platform. Hit that button, and then run across. There is actually one more stage though, and it's the credits stage. It'll give you credits. All you gotta do is just keep boosting across. Do regular ground boosts, because they're actually pretty much faster. So just keep ground boosting across. Sometimes you'll get one of those. Once you reach here, boost, boost, depending on how you get, and go up to here. Then double jump on here, boost, boost, and then blue well. And then you boost across to here, boost up to this platform. Then you jump down, make sure your double jump is right there. Double jump right to here, throw a gravity well up, land on this platform, and voila, you've beaten the normal levels. If you need to go back and check out the strats for any of those levels, please go back and check them out. I know I did not do my best job at or do the best job at explaining them, but this is very good for people who want to learn how to do these levels. So yeah, that's the basics of running Defy Gravity normal levels. Hard mode, don't worry about hard mode right now. I'm still working on routing that. My current run is at like 30 minutes because I keep dying to the same level, so I will be working on that. I'll probably make a tutorial for hard mode as well. But for right now, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see some of you starting to speedrun this game. I will, if you want to start speedrunning this game, there's actually going to be a Reddit post down in the description below, as well as how to connect to the IRC channel for this. So, again, thank you all for watching. Subscribe if you like. I will see you all next time, and hopefully see some of you all speedrunning this with me. So, peace out, people.